They built the greatest empires on earth, but the poor paid the real price. This is life beneath power. The empire looked beautiful from far away. Stone roads, golden temples, massive walls, soldiers at every gate. But outside the palace shadows, life was different. Poor families lived in small mud homes, one room, low roof, no privacy, no safety, no escape from hunger. Every morning started before sunlight, not for dreams, for survival. The poor worked when the city still slept. Farmers walked toward fields in silence. Laborers carried stone, wood, and water. Women cooked with smoke burning their eyes. Children fetched water from crowded wells. Food was simple: bread, porridge, lentils, whatever remained after taxes. Markets were full, but not for everyone. Poor people counted every coin. Sometimes they paid with grain, sometimes with labor, sometimes with debt. Water came from wells, rivers, or public tanks. Clean water was never guaranteed. Disease moved quietly through narrow streets. One sick child could break a family. One failed harvest could destroy a village. And still, the empire demanded more. Power was not far away. It stood at the door. Tax collectors arrived with soldiers. They counted grain, they counted animals, they counted unpaid labor. The poor gave food they needed. They built roads they never ruled. They carried stones for temples they couldn't enter. They fought wars they didn't choose. If the emperor wanted expansion, poor men became soldiers. If the palace wanted beauty, poor hands built it. If the gods needed offerings, poor stomachs stayed empty. Debt was a trap. Tax was pressure. Law was fear. And survival was daily negotiation. The empire was not only kings. It was not only armies. It was not only monuments. It was millions of invisible people, carrying bricks, growing food, digging canals, raising children, burying the dead. Their names disappeared, but their labor remained. Every great empire had two stories, one written in gold, one written in hunger. History remembers rulers, but civilization survived because of workers. The poor held the empire up, even when the empire ignored them. So, who really built the greatest empires? Subscribe and stay awake.